It's been stable for a little bit. All right. Welcome everybody to the Plumbing Network, or excuse me, Plumbing Working Group meeting for Thursday, November 19th, 2020. Let's see, do we have regular business, Doug?
I do have regular business for the SROV network operator proposal as a project. I did sync with Zhenghui and Peng, and the blocker here was to vote on this was what's the plan for separating out the OpenShift bias that it currently has with the need for the upstream compatibility with the vanilla Kubernetes. And they have assured me that that there is functionality that does currently work with vanilla Kubernetes. So with that being said, they believe that there is a straightforward path for it. And what they told me is the biggest question that remains is how to change the library references for the new namespace for moving it to a new location. So I think that that's a very well technical known. So I would propose that we go ahead and vote on accepting the SROV network operator as part of the network plumbing working group. So I guess I would ask if there is anyone who has any concerns that would cause them to vote no, and we can discuss those. Anyone?
Nope.
All right. In that case, I think that we will consider this accepted. Thank you, everybody. I think this will be a nice addition. And that concludes the regular business.
All right. Thank you, Doug. Next up, Billy.
So I've been attending regularly the network, Kubernetes network and resource management meeting. It is basically the SROV device plugin CNI meeting. There's a couple other projects like the operator, and then there's some of the ones, smaller ones like the user space CNI and AppNet that I kind of poke out a little bit here and there. So this was more of just a reminder to the group that we have meetings outside of this meeting. I know SRV was moved in under the network plumbing working group repo and umbrella, but it was more of a reminder that we do have that meeting every other week. So if anyone's interested in any of those technologies, feel free to join.
Hey, Billy, that being said, something that I still have a to-do that I need to make some pull requests against the community repo for membership and all of that good stuff. So I'm behind there. But something that we had put into the governance doc was like suggestions saying, you know, if we have external meetings, we should give the connection info and stuff like that. How about having those as part of the community repo? Does anyone, that's what would be my suggestion, or I'd be happy to take other people's suggestion. And then I guess my follow-up is it cool if I reach out to you? Of course, maybe you have all the info right here in the agenda. So, okay, I don't need to reach out to you.
No, well, one, of course, you can reach out anytime. And yeah, the agenda document should have everything in there. I do think that should be somewhere. So I've been in other groups where that data is a little hard to find. So I think we should have it front and center, or an easy place to find. So yes. And I guess along those same lines, I do believe and I'm stretching, I don't have any of this in front of me, that part of the when we approved all the legal stuff on how we're going to run network plumbing working group was that if you have the outside meetings to report back in like what's going on. Is it enough to have this agenda document where we have that type of information, or is there more of a formal process of reporting back to this meeting on what's going on in the, for example, the the network and resource management meeting?
I have a feeling everybody would love any sorts of updates or to publicize what's going on. But I'm pretty sure the way the governance doc is written, it just says if you can't come to a consensus, bring those items back to this meeting for a vote.
Right. Right. Okay.
So, yeah. Awesome.
Okay. So yeah, that was it. I just wanted to bring some attention because meetings have been a little light lately, and so just want to make sure people knew that was still going on. And
Okay. Thanks, Billy. Doug.
All right. Another satellite meeting that's been going on. We've called it the additional discussion for this group, but we've been primarily talking about network policy on additional networks. And I just wanted to say for anyone that has been attending, I did put a mail out to the list, but we're going to cancel the next session, which would be on Tuesday next week due to Thanksgiving, and Tomo will not be able to make it. And he's been kind of leading that discussion, but we'll cancel that one next week. So the next one will be on December the 8th. At 10:30 a.m. If you there's information for it in the mailing list, or if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me if you would like to participate. And that'll do it for me.
Okay, thanks, Doug. Last item that I put on, and again, if anybody wants to add more items to the agenda, please do that. But I just wanted to bring it up to the group that there is renewed discussion upstream in among the CNI maintainers about what should CNI look like in the near future, CNI V2 or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I think we've learned a lot over the last 4 years, however long CNI has really been around. And so we're trying to roll a lot of that up into some of those discussions. Very early stages. I know Casey Calandrello has some ideas. I don't actually know all of what those are, but he's kind of putting together some stuff and going to start some discussions with other stakeholders as well in the Cube and other communities around what should that look like. I suspect it's going to be less exec based and probably more some kind of, RPC or something like that. We've done some gRPC POCs for CNI before, but it's going to be, those discussions will be starting probably in earnest very early next year. I don't think that there will be anything immediately coming out of those, but since so much of this group's work is with CNI and a lot of the reference software that we do is heavily involved with CNI, be aware that probably next year there will be changes. I would think that they would be optional, or at least, you have to declare that you support CNI V2 or whatever that might end up being alongside CNI V1. But yeah, and anybody who wants to get involved when there's more information, I will share that information, and then hopefully we can move things forward.
Cool, that's awesome. I am really also happy to see that this note that it has some similarities to people talking about a quote unquote networking API for Kubernetes, because that is sort of a hot topic, and at least from my standpoint, it's nice to see the CNI maintainers talking about it, because we do have a standard that we work with today. So this is awesome. I will definitely be passing this along to Tomo, who will probably read the agenda before I can talk to him. But cool, thanks, Dan.
Yep. Are there any other things anybody wants to discuss that are not on the agenda? It's open floor.
Yeah, this is Dave from Intel. So we've passed all of our internal madness for the network resource injector. So we'll be moving that into under the network plumbing working group in the next few days.
Awesome, thanks, Dave.
Did we already approve that one and we were just waiting for the move? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Anything else? All right. See everybody in 2 weeks. And if you're attending KubeCon, happy KubeCon.
And have a nice Thanksgiving, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.